What's going on YouTube? Lord Prime back with another video. And today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Reactivate Voyager Optimus Prime. I was thinking about doing this as a double review with the Soundwave, but to be completely honest with you, I do not like that figure at all. And I pretty much, as soon as I got that box set, I sold the Soundwave to my buddy who's like obsessed with Soundwave. So I was planning on doing that double review, but I was just not a big fan of it, and that whole review was going to be nothing but negativity, and I kind of didn't want that. So I'm just going to do a review on pretty much the one that everybody likes. So here he is, and this is based on the new video game that's coming out by Splash Damage. And it's kind of hard, keeping track of all these Optimus Prime saying, oh, Studio Series 102, which I do have, is, the best Optimus Prime made. MP10's the best Prime made. MP43, I think that's what is he MP43? I don't remember what the new 2.0 Masterpiece Prime is. The Bumblebee movie, Studio Series 1's the best. Like, they're all pretty good, but this does stack up with, in my opinion, I think it is the best because of one thing only, and you'll see that in vehicle mode. So, here he is, and, yeah, this thing is just super good. Just super good. Articulation is great, paint's great, everything about him is just freaking phenomenal. So let's get it close here, check him out, all the details. Nice molded details on the feet, on the shins, some silver paint here for the wheels, as well as those shin vents there. And then just standard gray plastic for the little gas tanks on the side and the thighs and hips. Same thing with the hands and the upper forearms. Got some silver paint there. Just a lot of nice molded detail. And it's definitely a different take on the traditional Prime head. So used to having Prime with, four antenna. So you have like two here and two there. But not complaining. This is a really good head sculpt. Painted silver painted blue eyes, metallic blue eyes. Got nice Autobot logos on the shoulder, and I'm glad that they put both the I'm glad they put Autobot logos on both shoulders. I know Prime supposedly only has one, like traditionally, but I don't know. I'm glad that they did that because I'm kind of a symmetry guy. So, but checking out his accessories, he does come with three, but we'll talk about that one in a minute. He comes with his gun, his typical ion blaster, and one thing that I don't like about it is I don't know why they decided to make the peg that he holds on super small. I mean, when you go to put in his hand, it's kind of just, it's not really pegged in there all that well, and it's just super loose, and pretty much that happens all the time. So, and then he comes with the Energon Axe, which is just translucent orange plastic with some black overlay. Now, I don't know why they did the axe this way. So if you, in the product shots, has his hand straight, and you take the axe, you stick it in there, like that just looks weird because then it's only like a half, right? I mean, they could have done, you fold the hand in, and then, slip the axe on and have like a full surrounding piece. But what I like to do is I like just to rotate the hand and then kind of like maybe angle the arm a little bit, put them in a pose, and then it looks, much better that way, in my opinion. So I don't like that they did that. I wish it was the other way. So when he holds it with his hand straight, the blade is like straight up and down instead of side to side. So it is what it is. It's definitely weird. So, but he does have a matrix, and getting his chest opens a little bit of a, oh, well, I guess it's not, never mind. Usually it is. There's his matrix, and it's the typical, it's the same one that they've been using for, the Kingdom Rodimus and the Earthrise Prime, if I can get it out. There it is. But yeah, it's just the same matrix they've been using. Same one that comes with Galvatron, I think. And Earthrise Prime and Kingdom Rodimus. And then even the Studio Series Hot Rod, I think, got that one. So, But yeah, there he is. Now, this gap isn't supposed to be here. It's supposed to tab in a little farther, and it's supposed to look like that. On my version, the chest doesn't sit down all the way, so there's a gap right there. It doesn't really bother me all that much. I really don't. It doesn't really bother me all that well. So I'm fine with it the way that it is like that. So not a problem. Now, articulation wise, he can kick all the way up. He can go all the way back. Well, kind of runs into this backpack area. He does have side to side, thigh rotate, pretty good knee joint, ankle rocker for days. Does have waist articulation in and out on the shoulders, full 360, and then a full rotate on the bicep, 90-degree elbow, and then of course the hands are on a swivel, and the head is on a ball joint. You can look up that far and then look down that far. Head can do a full 360. So I mean, he's pretty good on articulation, and the joints on him are super tight. Now, he's not loose, so if you have him and you shake him around pretty good, I mean, he's gonna hold his pose. They're not like super tight, like scary tight, but it's just, it has like a nice, you know, tight feel to him. You know, you can put him in anything and you don't have to worry about him, you know, getting loose on you or falling over or whatever. So everything is just nice on this one. This one is super solid. This is probably the most solid Prime, in my opinion. I mean, the Studio Series 102 is pretty good too, but this one looks just super bulky, and I don't know. I actually like this new design for Prime. I think it's up there for sure. Now for a size comparison, here he is with the premium finish Bumblebee movie Prime. So you can get a good scale there. I mean, he's a little taller than the Studio Series Bumblebee Prime mold. So, but there you have that. And then here he is, because, you know, why not? One of my favorite movie characters. I don't care what anybody says. The Studio Series Last Night Hot Rod. So, he towers over him for sure. So, there you have that. Now, for the transformation on this guy is pretty good, in my opinion. I think it's definitely, I mean, I'm gonna say it again, it's one of the best Optimus Prime transformations out there. So, but there's one thing in the truck mode that, in my opinion, makes this better than any Optimus Prime out there, and you'll see why I think that, like I said, this is the best Prime. In my opinion, that's not Masterpiece. So to get him transformed, what we're going to do is we're going to come back here. We're going to untab these two tabs right here, go into those right there, and then we're going to unhook. It's just these two tabs right there. Go into those slots on that red topper piece. You're going to fold that up, and then in here you're going to fold this up as well. And you're going to take this, drop it down, flip these sections out, just so you can get all that pretty much out the way, because it's good folding out the backpack now than doing it when you're working on other things. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open up the chest, fold this part down. It doesn't fall down all the way. I wish it did, but it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. Very Earthrise. Now, this does share some engineering cues with the Earthrise Prime, as far as with, you know, the front of the truck folding underneath the cowling here. Going to get these side panels open. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take them, fold them up like that. You're going to take the head, fold it down to where it sits flush like that. Oh, I forgot to step. Let's get that waist 180 before we go any farther. There we go. So now let's focus on the legs, because I like to work on the legs and then get to the upper body. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back here. Let's get this foot out the way. Pop open this gray panel like that. Either way, you got to get the feet out the way for the transformation, for how the legs work. So you're going to fold the legs over like this. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. You don't do the waist 180. My fault. That is my fault. You don't do the legs 180. I am the complete idiot. So then you're going to fold the legs over on themselves like that. And then the feet will sit, because the feet have this cutout here. The foot, see if you can see, is going to sit right up in that thigh. So it's going to look like that. And they're going to close up those gray panels again. And they're going to fold these in. Take those legs, collapse them together. And there you go. There's the back of the truck. So now what we're going to do is focus on that upper body. Get all this out the way. Get the arms spread out just for more clearance. Open that panel up. Fold that down. Open that panel up. Fold that down. And there's 2 tabs in the middle here. You're going to want to get those locked in. And then you can take that abdomen piece and fold that flush. So now what we're going to do is take these side panels here. You're going to want to fold them in, and this tab right here is going to go into that tab on the leg. Same thing on the other side. There you go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take, I actually like to leave this up out of the way. Take the arms, fold them down. And the arms, they're not traditional like prime sense where you fold them in like that. It's actually inverted. So you're going to want to rotate the arm all the way over. Actually, before you do that, get this panel unhooked. And fold that whole panel out. Rotate this. Fold it over. Get that whole arm assembly up in there. And there you go. You're going to want to do the same thing on the other side. Get that panel open. Fold it down. Rotate that arm around. Move that hinge joint right there. This part can get a little tricky, but once you get a hold of it, it's really not that bad. And before you tab the arms all the way in, you have these pegs right here on this top piece that'll go into the tabs on that side panel right there. So peg that in, and that'll tab in like that. And then you can take this whole truck front end and fold it down. Now the panels on the side, these gray panels, I like to open up all the way. They're kind of crooked in, so you're gonna have to force them around the hands. And then there's just 2 tabs right here on the bumper part. It's gonna go in between these 2 slots there. Fold that in. And then this little piece right here should be plugged in, just like that. And there you have him. Angle the camera down. There you have the Transformers Reactivate Prime in his truck mode. Now, so I really like this truck mode. It's very siege. Like I like the Siege Prime, you know, when it had, you know, the markings on the front. But I mean, the truck just looks so aggressive compared to any other Prime truck out there. It has these teeth on the front for just running stuff over. It just looks big and bulky, and all that molded detail that was on the robot mode translates into the truck mode, and it just looks absolutely fascinating. I absolutely love this truck mode. Now, this is the part that I like. There's no feet hanging off the back. There's no crazy crap going on here. Like the way the legs were engineered to fold in and the feet just sit here. I mean, that's just a clean truck mode, you know. I know, like with the you know, the Earthrise Prime or the G2 Laser Prime from Legacy, you know, the feet kind of like fold in like that on the back, but even then it didn't look, you know, great. But like this truck is short, you know, it's stocky, it's beefy, and I really like how this whole thing, you know, worked. And I think the truck, like, just, there's no mode that's better than, you know, each other here. The robot mode is good. The truck mode is phenomenal. Like, everything about this guy is just so freaking good. And I think, in my opinion, this is literally the best Prime that has ever been released mainline-wise. Now, for a size comparison, here he is with the, the premium version of the Bumblebee movie Prime. By the way, Transformer, this thing fucking sucks. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, so you can get a good sense. I mean, if you line up, I'm trying to get them straight, nose to nose, the Reactivate Prime's a little longer and a little taller. But there you have that. And here he is with the Studio Series Deluxe Hot Rod. So you can get a small scale with him. He's pretty good size. So there you go. Now, for the final review. More magic. Always more magic. Anyway, for the final review, yeah, I would literally buy the 2-pack just for this one. I mean, I bet you've seen multiple reviews on this one, and people probably say the same thing. If you're gonna get the Optimus and 2-pack Soundwave, just either, well, I mean, the 2-pack is about $60, so if you want to pay $60 for a Voyager Prime or not, but that's right around what he's going for loose anyway with all of his accessories. So, in all reality, I'd get just him. If you can source just him out, then yes, this guy is a must-have in your collection. If you have the Soundwave, like, the Soundwave isn't that bad, but compare it to him, it's complete trash. And I personally didn't like the Soundwave, not because of just like the character or whoever, just that figure, just the plastic that they made the Soundwave out of compared to this was just worse. I mean, it had plastic, like, just shavings all over it. Like, they did not do well at it. Like, they literally threw all the budget on this guy instead of the Soundwave. But yeah, if I had to get him by himself, I would. I'd say stay away from the Soundwave. I mean, if there's people out there that like the Soundwave, more power to you guys. But in my personal opinion, this guy is just, it's way better than the Soundwave, and I just get him instead. I mean, if you're trying to be a completionist, then yes, but this guy is just, he is literally worth paying the price for the 2-pack. So, I know there's a Starscream and Bumblebee one out there. I'm trying to get my hands on that one, but so far, no luck for a good price. So, there you have the Transformers Reactivate Optimus Prime. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe. It helps me put more content out. I'm trying my best to get better with doing the videos. And if there's any Transformers figures you'd like to see me do a review on, please let me know in the comments. And do you want to see older stuff too, like Movie 1, the old Cybertron stuff, Energon, G1? You know, if there's anything you guys want me to do reviews on, please plug them into the comments. I'll gladly do those reviews for you if I have the figure. But thank you again for watching, and as always, Lord Prime out.